fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today for this week's WIP and Chat. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and this is mine. You are welcome and encouraged to go grab whatever you are working on and work alongside while I chat. Or alternatively, you can treat this as a podcast and just listen while I chat. Today, I am going to be working on my Wishes canvas from Diamond Art Club. I have lots to say and I'm running behind, so I'm just going to get to it. Let me move things around, zoom into where I'm going to be working, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, let me start my timer here. Oh, you guys, it's been a long weekend. Let me tell you, my brain is fried after yesterday. Okay, so first things first, I want to start with my life update. I had my oldest come over yesterday, and she finally picked up her Harajuku kit. They are still working on the water lines in front of her apartment, and so the parking situation has not improved. So she's having to walk several blocks carrying her groceries and things, so she just waited until she had a free hand to take it home. But she couldn't decide where to hang it, so I'm going to be going over to her apartment at some point and trying to figure out where we think would be the best spot for it. I think I need to pick up some command hooks so we can hang it up that way. It's not super heavy, so I think it'll be fine. I mean, we can hang it up with a nail, but I think that's just how I'm going to do it. Anyway, hopefully that's all, the construction and everything is done soon, because it's super annoying to go over there and visit too, because there's no place to park. So you either end up parking in the street if you can find something close to the apartment, or you end up parking blocks away. And I'm old, I don't like to walk that far. Anyway, after she came over, then I spent time on Friday filing our taxes. Super annoying. I helped her file her taxes, and she actually owes $100 federal and roughly that in state as well, which she made almost the same amount of money this year that she made last year, so it's ridiculous to me, because last year she got a refund. Not this year, though. Anyway, so hers was fairly quick. She just has the one job, one income, pretty easy to do. And since she rents an apartment, she doesn't really have any deductions or anything to take. Then we had to do our taxes, and it took forever. So federal wasn't terrible, but it always takes longer than I want it to, because I have to declare the YouTube income, and going through and doing some of the business paperwork and figuring out what it wants and where it goes and all that kind of stuff is time consuming. And then my husband actually worked in 2 different states besides the one we live in during the course of last year. So we have to file state taxes in all 3 states, the one we live in, plus the other 2 that he worked in. Oh my gosh. I mean, I think our state is bad enough, but these other ones, so many things. Do you have deductions for this? Did you put money in that? Do you want to donate money here? It's like, I don't even live in your stinking state. Why is this so complicated for somebody who doesn't even live there? And we're going to get refunds from both of them. So one state, we're getting back less than the $20 it would have cost us to e-file, so I'm just going to file that one by mail, and then we'll get a paper check for the $15 refund or whatever it is. The other one was enough that we went ahead and e-filed it just to make it simpler, and then it just gets deposited into our bank account. Our federal return has already been accepted. I got notice of that yesterday, so we're all good. And then we owe money for our state, which I knew we would. So that isn't a surprise, but I wanted our federal refund because I knew we were going to get money back. So I wanted to get our federal refund because then we can use that to pay what we owe for state. And I'll wait until April to actually mail the checks, because I'm not giving the government money early. But I just wanted to know, I wanted to get them done and get them filed, not filed, I guess. Federal in one state is filed. The other 2 states, one I'm going to send off because it's a refund. The other one, our state of Kansas, I won't file until April, like I said, because we owe money. So I will wait until I absolutely have to send it in before I send that in. But I wanted to at least get them figured so we knew what we were looking at as far as what we were going to owe. Because I knew we were going to owe something, I just didn't know how much. And I was hoping that my daughter was going to get a refund, but no. Taxes, you guys, woof. I mean, they're necessary. I get that. I enjoy some of the benefits of it. I love having police and fire and all of that, but man, it has become such an ordeal just to file your taxes. It's crazy. Okay, anyway, we're done, so it's good. What else was going on? Oh, I was trying to find this commercial for my sister to see. We were talking about Super Bowl commercials and which ones we thought were funny and stupid and all of that. And I was like, oh, it's not a Super Bowl commercial. I don't even really know what it's for. I can't remember, and I've seen it. My husband and I watch a lot of British TV. I've kind of watched all the U.S. crime channels, so now we're watching all the British crime channels. And, oh my gosh, they've been playing 2 commercials nonstop, it seems like. One is this super annoying one that is this woman in an office making like a cup of ramen noodles, instant noodles. I forget what they're called. But she's making like this giant slurping noise through most of the commercial, and it's so annoying. I wish they would quit playing it. But then the other one, this one was so funny / horrifying that if I had been drinking, I probably would have shot something out my nose. It is this guy, and he's like at a party or something in someone's house, and he's talking to someone whose back is to the camera, and they're having a conversation, and he's like reaching behind him and picking up these nuts off of a plate and eating them as he's talking to this guy. And then it does this slow pan down to where his hand is, and what you see is the back of a couch with like a little sofa table, and there's the plate where he's eating these nuts from, and then right next to that there's like a candy dish with these chocolate covered nuts. And sitting on the couch facing the camera is this little girl who is wiping her nose on her sleeve, obviously has a cold, and she is eating the chocolate covered peanuts, sucking all of the chocolate off, and then putting the nuts back down on the plate that this man is eating from. And then the next part of the commercial, it cuts to him in a pharmacy going, he's got this cold that he doesn't know. I don't know where it came from. It just snuck up on me. And when it panned down to her and she was sucking the chocolate off, I about died laughing. Like I said, I don't even remember what it's for. I think it's like a cough and cold commercial, but I couldn't even tell you for what because I don't remember. But horrifying. Funny, but horrifying. I was trying to find it to show my sister, but I couldn't remember the brand name of whatever it was they were advertising, so I couldn't find it. We did finally get the, I think, last bill for my oldest surgery. The hospital bill came with the bill included for the emergency room doctor. So all told, she still owes, I think, $1,400, and then all the bills will be paid off. So that's good. However, I mean, I guess I'm glad that everything happened the way it did and she got the surgery when she did, because they just got notified last week, well, like Friday, that their insurance premiums are going up. They got notified, well, the district that she works for got notified that their premiums were going to go up because they've had a lot of usage of the insurance, which that always gets me. Like, why? They're selling us a product they don't want us to use. That's nuts. Their premiums have gone up because they had more usage than was expected. So in trying to keep the premium cost down for the employees, which I appreciate, the school board voted to change the plans that they're on. They have gone through, and the deductibles used to be $500, $1,000, and $1,500. Those were your 3 options. And now they're going to be $1,000, $1,500, and I think $2,500. So her deductible got doubled. And they're telling everybody that because they're changing deductibles, everyone has to sign up again as if they're brand new employees. So for most employees who've worked at the district for years, if they wanted the same insurance that they had last year, they don't do anything and it just continues on. But because they're changing deductibles, everybody has to make elections again. So it's like they're doing this all brand new. So I don't know what that means for her deductible carryover, if that's still going to get counted, or if that means she has to start all over again this year. I don't know if it affected their out of pocket because the email that she got didn't say. And she's like, well, it sounds like it's a good thing. And I said, well, yes and no. I mean, it's not a good thing that your deductible went up because that's going to be more money out of your pocket. However, the change to the deductibles was made so that the district could try and keep the premium costs down, which makes the actual payments that you make every month for the insurance cheaper for people in the long run, which is nice. But yeah, it's another one of those things where your premiums, insurance premiums never go down, do they? Doesn't seem like it anyway. So she's going to be having $1,000 deductible instead of $500. Like I said, I don't know what that means for her deductible carryover and whatnot. They did say that there were also going to be some changes to their dental and vision insurance. So they got a couple of things that were nice. I mean, it doesn't make up, I don't think, for the deductible difference, but their vision plan is now going to cover frames every year instead of every 2 years, which is fine. But you know, most plans limit that to like couple $100 anyway. And that's only once a year. But they did say something about her dental plan, which I thought was interesting. I've not seen anybody do this before. Their dental plan is now going to let them carry over any benefits that they don't use from one year to the next. So like most dental plans, you get an annual maximum, like $1,000 or $1,500 or whatever. And that's the most the dental insurance is going to pay out through the year, no matter what you have done. If once you hit that, they pay nothing. And that $1,500 is after deductible and your percentage and whatever. But anyway, so if you don't have a lot of work done, then, and you don't spend whatever that their maximum is, then the next year, if you would happen to have some work done, then you could have rolled over anything that you didn't use in the previous year for that year to try and cover some costs, which I think is a good thing because dental care can be expensive. I mean, the last work that my oldest had done, she needed a root canal and a crown. And I want to say it was like $1,200 for the root canal and another almost $2,000 for the crown. And that's on one tooth, mind you. You have 30 some teeth in your head. So yeah, it can add up really quick, especially when you're talking about what they consider major services, which is root canals, crowns, dentures, bridges, that kind of stuff. They only pay at 50% anyway. And dentists don't generally have write-offs and things the way that medical providers do, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, still expensive. So, and again, you know, nice. I don't know that actually equals what the additional premiums and deductibles are going to cost. I don't know that that's offset, but I guess it's better than nothing. What did my dad always say? It's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. So I don't know really what's going to happen with her, but at least she has insurance. That's more than some people get, and hopefully it won't be too super expensive. And also crossing my fingers that she doesn't really need it other than for routine stuff anytime soon, because watching her go through all that was not fun. You know, it's one of those, your kids are going through something and you just want to fix it for them or take it on yourself, and you can't, and that's hard. So life, I know, that's part of having kids, but that's really the first time that either one of my kids have had anything majorly wrong and required surgery. My youngest has broken a bone. He played sports, so he had injuries, but nothing major that required surgery or anything like that. I mean, the most any of us really have done is physical therapy. My husband's had his hernia surgery, but really nothing other than that. I've never really had any kind of major surgery. We're just lucky, I guess, and I'm grateful for that, but yeah, that was hard. Okay, I think that's everything that I wanted to cover for my life update. I think taxes and surgery, medical bills are heavy enough for a while. Like I said, hopefully we're not going to be dealing with anything else like that anytime soon, and we're all good. Some big things to get off my plate. The taxes was a big one that I was kind of worrying about, so I'm glad to have that done and know kind of where we stand. We are going to get a big enough refund from federal that will more than cover what we owe to the state, so that's great. That's awesome. More than I hoped for. So moving on from that, diamond painting stuff. What's going on with diamond painting life? Facebook just updated a bunch of stuff, and I cannot tell you how much I loathe Facebook sometimes. My husband and I, he's on Facebook a lot more than I am. He uses it to keep track of, he sells stuff on Facebook Marketplace. He keeps in contact with a lot of his family in Canada that way. And his phone and mine kept making these chirping noises. I'm like, what is that? And we finally figured out that it was Facebook. And I'm like, why? I have all my notifications turned off because I can't stand it when my phone beeps at me. I don't need it beeping at me every single time somebody sends me something. We finally figured out what it was. And then I was like, well, how do we turn this off? Because it was like something in the latest update. It was this chirp notification was on by default. And I'm like, that's so annoying. So he went through and figured out what it was and what we had to do to get it turned off. So we did that. But I just get so frustrated with Facebook. Here's my thing. I have, I think, 1,300 people in my group on Facebook now. So thank you. If you haven't joined the group, please go join it. But my frustration is, and this is probably just something I can see because I'm the admin of the group, I can go through and I can see, it'll tell you the post reach, how many, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I assumed maybe only I can see it, but it used to be I would go in and 300 people reached or 200 people reached. Now it's like 30 or 28. And I'm like, why has the reach suddenly dropped off? They've done something again where even if you sign up and say, I'm part of this group, I want to see their posts, notify me and stuff, it still doesn't. And that is so frustrating. That is one of the things I like about Instagram is typically, at least, I'm seeing the people that I chose to follow. Now I get a bunch of ads and crap in there too that I wish I didn't see. But for the most part, I'm seeing people that I signed up to follow. I'm not seeing a ton of, I do see some, but not a ton of, ooh, we'd like you to follow this person, or we think you should follow this person based on whether other stuff you've been looking at. I always turn all that stuff off because it drives me crazy. Yeah, just, I don't know if it was their latest update that's making it do that not everybody's seeing everything they want to see. There's probably some other settings that you have to go in and tweak after they make an update. That's another thing that frustrates me is like, I have my privacy settings set a certain way. And then it seems like after every update, they reset everything to a default. So you have to go in and set everything up again. And that's annoying, which is why I gave up my Facebook in the first place. I just quit messing with it years ago because it was so frustrating. One of the groups that I'm in, for one of the events that I was doing, she has a Discord server, and I was wondering if there would be any interest in something like that. Like I'm just debating on if Facebook is where everybody is and everybody's fine staying on Facebook even though you don't really see everything that you're meant to see, or if it would be of interest to anyone to move to something like Discord where it would be easier to, I know it's yet another thing to sign up for. I get that. But if you're actually seeing the stuff that you're interested in, like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Does anybody have a Discord? I've used Discord for gaming. I've not really used it for diamond painting or anything like that, but I know what it is and I know how it works. So it wouldn't be a big deal for me to have a Discord. And I think in some ways it would be easier than like Facebook. But I also get that, again, like I said, it's just another thing to sign up for. I miss having an aggregator. I think that's what they were called. You know, where you used to go out and you used to sign up for like, I don't know, some kind of feed thing. And you could say, oh, I want to follow this website, this blog, this whatever. And it would all put just stuff in one place. And you could just pick all the stuff that you wanted. Now, everybody wants you to sign up for every single platform out there. And it just gets to be exhausting. I don't really want to start another social media platform, but I'm frustrated with Facebook. So anyway, rant over. You guys, I finished Furry Familiar. If you didn't see yesterday's video, check it out. So another project I can mark off. I think that's my 4th finish this year so far. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good. 3rd or 4th, can't remember. Anyway, so it's done. Check out the video. I love how it turned out. I love Craftably stuff. Also, speaking of Craftably, they have released some of their new kits. I have been watching their Facebook and Instagram, and they posted that they had, I don't know how many boxes of stuff are coming, but they posted that they had received some of them. So what they were going to do was, as the boxes appeared and they kind of opened them and saw what inventory they had, they would put things up on their website, and then however many they got until the next box of stuff came in, that would be what was up for sale. Now, they had released pictures of them on Facebook, and there were several that I was looking forward to. I, however, did not get all of them because by the time I went to go look at them, they were sold out. So they had like a hummingbird one. Now they have since, okay, so I think this was Friday night. I saw on social media that they had kits in, and I was like, oh, let me go look, because I knew there were several that I was like, I might want that one. Let me go look and see. Plus, I knew I wanted the gnome kit that I keep telling you guys about. When I went and looked, though, I mean, I was literally on their website just probably an hour or so after I saw it on social media, and by the time I got there, several of the kits that I was interested in had already disappeared from the site, been sold out. And you know, I told my husband, I don't know if I missed them because it wasn't clear if they were sold out. They just weren't on the site when I was looking. I'm like, I don't know if they disappeared. I don't know if they got sold out, but they're not here. Do I want to take my chances and wait for them to, you know, maybe post another box and then maybe I miss out on something else? So I went ahead and bought the gnomes that I wanted and one additional kit that they had in stock when I was looking. I did remember to use my points, so I'm pretty happy with the price that I paid. So I've got those two kits coming, and super happy that I finally got the gnomes because I keep going back to those. So I got those. And then I have gone back. I actually tried to pay attention. I mentioned in yesterday's video of the Furry Familiar finish that I really love Craftably's drills, but I've only done round drill kits from them. So I was actually looking to see if the ones that I wanted were squares, because I would love to do a square from them, but they were all rounds. So maybe I am just getting lucky. The gnome one was round, the other one that I bought was round too. And then I did check again Saturday morning to see if they'd put up anything else. They had a couple more kits, including a couple that I had looked at and considered getting, but they were also round, and I just thought I was really trying not to spend any money this month because I blew this month's budget last month. But I didn't want to miss out on every kit, and I really didn't want to miss out on the gnomes. So like I said, I went ahead and I bought two kits, used my points to get a discount on the kits. I guess I didn't get a discount. It just took points off, or took money off. But I remembered to use my points, so I'm patting myself on the back for that. They did have a thing up that said they had international shipping, but then somebody commented yesterday that they don't ship to Canada. So that seems weird. Why, of all places, not ship to Canada? That's also North America. I would think that would make more sense than like shipping to the UK or something, but also shipping is weird. So what do I know? Anyway, I got a pretty good deal on the two kits that I've got. I'm happy with that. I don't know if I'll go back and pick up any more kits. I kind of want to, especially if they're not going to be shipping to people in Canada, but I don't really want to spend any more money this month. I mean, I really didn't want to spend any, and I've already bought those two kits, so I may just kind of let it ride, as they say, and see what, if anything, is still left there in March, and if I want to buy any additional things then. Like I said, I really would like to try a square kit from them, but I don't think any of the ones that I currently have are squares. I think all of the ones that I have or have done are rounds. And that just seems to be kind of luck of the draw. Like I said, I looked at the ones that I wanted and they were round. So I don't want to buy something that's an image I don't really like just because it's square. So if you have done a square from Craftably, did you enjoy it? What did you think of their drills? Because I really love their round drills. I think their round drills are awesome. But also sometimes companies' round drills and square drills can be different. So never having done the round drills or the square drills, I didn't know. So if you have, let me know in a comment what you think. I am still working on my other kits. I started this one. I'm still working on Bubble Fairies, which I haven't been too concerned about working on that one because I can use that for the dragon event in March that I want to do. If I somehow finish this one and I get a chance to work on the Bubble Fairies, I think as long as I don't get it more than 50% completed, I can use it for the event in March. If by some miracle I get it more than 50% completed, I have another spangler that I'm planning to do. Well, I have a couple of spanglers that I'm planning to do at some point this year anyway. I could use either one of them for the event. So I'm good for the event either way. I think that's the only event I'm going to try and do in March because I need to also start thinking ahead. My pets event is coming up pretty soon. I mean, it doesn't sound like it. It's February and the event is in June, but it just gets here faster than I think all the time. Every year it gets here and I'm like, ooh, that's here already? So I've done some stuff, tried to get my social media and everything kind of together for that. I have ideas for some things that I want to do to try and get some prize packages together and that kind of thing. So I need to get working on that. So don't forget to mark your calendars. I will be doing DP for pets in June 1st through 30th. Theme is pets, obviously. Birds, dogs, cats, you know, anything typical that's a pet, but also anything that's like an exotic animal or a mythical creature. If you could make it a pet, I'll buy. And you can use it for the event. And then I'm going to be doing DP for veterans in November. So November 1st through 30th will be that one. Make sure you mark that one on your calendar because November and December are always crazy months. So I want everybody to have as much notice as possible to be thinking about what kind of kits you want to get. The pet theme one is usually pretty easy for people to find kits for. The veteran themed event is sometimes a little bit more difficult, but it can be, it's veteran. So, you know, something veteran that has to do with veterans or Remembrance Day, like the poppies or anything like that, or anything patriotic. So a flag, fireworks, some kind of celebration or something like that. Those all qualify as well. I'm not trying to make it difficult for anyone to participate. I know that theme is a little bit more difficult than some others. So yeah, mark those events on your calendar. June for pets and November for veterans. I finished the 2 events that I'm going to do because I finished Furry Familiar. That means I finished Familiars in February and I finished DP for Black History Month. So those 2 events are done. I think I've posted everything that I need to for all of those. So the Dragon event in March, and I think that's all I'm going to work. That's going to be the only one that I do in March. Like I said, I feel like it's taking, me doing the events is taking time away from me doing other things that I want to get done. And I would rather focus on those other things. So I think that'll be the only event I do in March. And then I probably won't do an event in April. Ooh, I say that, but also I think the J-Wall event that I wanted to do it's in April and May. So somewhere in there I'll do the J-Wall event. Anyway, so Furry Familiar is finished. I finished the Daphne kit, so she's done. I'm going to get her frame so I can hang her in my office/craft room. I thought I had a frame on hand, but I don't, so I've got to order one. The one I had was way too big, so I'm going to order a frame for that so I can hang it in the office. It only took me about 4 hours to finish it, so it didn't really take a whole lot of time at all, and I'm really happy with the way she came out, so happy about that. That was the first kit that I've done that had the fairy dust drills. Like I said, this one is the Wishes canvas, so I'm working on this one. Now that I finished Furry Familiar and the Daphne kit, this will be the one that I'm kind of focusing on. This is the second kit of my Want series. The first one was the Harajuku one, so this will be the second one. Then once this one is done, I can spend, assuming I get this one done before the end of February, I can spend the rest of the month getting caught up on my J-Wall. The whole thing with the J-Wall was that yes, I was going to take time to do it, but also I apparently am not as disciplined as I would like to be. I had it on my dining room table thinking, well, it's laying there, I'll work on it. No, I didn't. So then I needed to move it off the table because I was filming and we were having people over and other things. And so now it's hanging on my closet door and I still ignore it. So my goal is to get this kit finished and then to take down the J wall and kind of get caught up on it. I don't want to finish it. I'm not going to try and finish it. But the goal when I started it was to have it planned out so that I could do 3 sections a week, which I have not done. And I am, 6 weeks into the year now. And I think I only did enough for one of those weeks. So I've got those 5 weeks to catch up on. I figure once I get this one done, then I can just take, and this one is a round, so it's going pretty fast. Once I get this one done, then I can just take whatever time is left in February and really concentrate on getting some time in on the J wall. I also have some other things planned that I'm going to be doing with the J wall, so that will hopefully be some additional incentive for me to get my rear in gear and get some work done on that one so that I can be at least caught up enough so that when April rolls around, I have a hope of finishing it before April, May. So I've been working on this one. This is the one that I kitted up, where I kitted up by color rather than by DMC. Now, I will say it really wasn't that different. I think because it's a Diamond Art Club and because I don't really kit up Diamond Art Clubs by DMC anyway. I mean, sort of, but not really. So I think you guys, first of all, you guys all had lots of different ways that everybody kits up. I think the most popular way was that people either do it by DMC code or people go through and organize it by symbol. And what most people seem to say, if they did it that way, was that they did numbers first. So like 1 through 0, 0 through 9, however you do it. Then alphabet, so A through Z. And then after that, there was kind of a bunch of different ways. Some people did it by keyboard symbol. Some people did it by various other ways that they had developed to do it that made the most sense to them. And I get why doing that way can be helpful. So I think for the next kit that I do that has a decent amount of colors, I'm going to kit it up that way by symbol and see how I like it, if it makes a difference. I think maybe what I should do, instead of trying to do it in my Elizabeth Ward, because I kind of already kit up by symbol sort of that way when I'm using an Elizabeth Ward, is to try it using my bottle cases, because my bottle cases almost always are kitted up. If I say almost always, probably always are kitted up by DMC. So if I'm going to see if that makes a difference to me, that's probably a good way to do it. I have some ideas to revisit that kind of stuff, so I'll be doing that. Also, lots of you were requesting a part 2 to my kind of basic versus luxury series. I am planning on doing a part 2. It does take me a bit of time to kind of gather everything and figure out kind of the best way to present it. And there's just a lot to cover. Like, I originally thought I was just going to do it in one video. And then after I filmed the first part of it, I was like, well, I'm going to split this into 2. I'm not sure that I might need to split it into 3 because I don't know if I can cover everything that I want to cover in part 2 either. So there might be a part 3, but definitely a part 2. So that will be coming at some point. So be looking for that. I'm just having fun, you guys. And you guys allow me to do that. So huge thank you to everybody for that. And on that note, if you haven't already subscribed, click that little button and then hit that bell, because you guys, I hit 7,000 subscribers. I am so super stoked. It's almost my YouTube birthday. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. I think March 1st is the day I posted my first video 3 years ago. If you had told me 3 years ago that I would be where I am now, I would have laughed, because there's no way I would have thought I had made it this far. Super happy with everything. So I am going to be doing a giveaway, but time got away from me. I'm filming this way later than I normally do. I still have to edit it and get everything going. So I had planned to do a giveaway today. I don't have enough time to get to that, but I will be doing a giveaway. So make sure that you hit that notification bell after you subscribe so that you get notified when I post the next video, because hopefully sometime this week, once I have a chance to kind of sit down and get all the rules together and all of that, then I will be posting about the giveaway, and it's just going to be a real simple one. It's not going to be anything fancy, so it's not going to be super complicated. Just a little thank you from me to you for everybody who has liked, watched, commented, subscribed, etc. So yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be here without you guys, and I'm super appreciative. It's been kind of a wild ride. Don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 years, but I'm excited to find out. So yeah, I'll be doing some kind of a giveaway, hopefully sometime this week. Yeah, I'll hopefully be doing a giveaway sometime this week. The end of that sentence. Okay. Is there anything else I need to tell you guys? I don't think so. Got my taxes done. Bills are getting paid. YouTube is going great. I'm getting stuff done faster than I thought. This one is working up faster than I thought it would too. It actually looked like it would be quite confetti heavy, but I'm finding that there's actually quite a bit of multi-placing, which I wasn't expecting. So I think I'm going to get done with it sooner than I thought I would, which is awesome, because that means that I can spend whatever time I have left this month working on other things like the giant J wall that I need to finish. So, well, I don't need to finish it. I just need to put in some pretty good hours on it so that I can get caught up to where I think I should be. If I can just get caught up, that will be good enough. Doesn't have to be done, but just caught up to where I wanted to be. And then I can move on to and start looking ahead to what am I going to do next month. I've been working on other ideas for other videos and things, so I've got some ideas and things that I want to do. Things are going good. I hope everything is going as well for you guys. Okay, I think that's it for me today. I've still got this little section here to finish, but most of the rest of what I've been working on has been like kind of background stuff. Let me zoom out a bit so you can see what I've been doing. So you can see here, like I said, this is the corner of her elbow. This is the corner of her elbow. This is her elbow. Your elbows don't have corners. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, her sweater with her elbow, that's the cuff right there. I'm excited. Like I said, this one is having quite a bit more multi-placing than I thought, and it's going pretty quick. So I'm excited to get this one done and check it off my list, because I'm all about checking all the things off on my list. That's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things so you don't miss out on the upcoming giveaway. And that is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.